Happy Star Wars Day, everyone, and may the 4th be with you. And with me, too, because I don't know if you guys know this, I'm a bit of a Star Wars nerd myself. Alright? I'm a bit of a, Star Wars nerd. Just saying, And I always make a video here on May the 4th. Of course, because May the 4th be with you, Star Wars Day, the movies that have been playing, it's been great, right? Especially on the weekend. On a weekend, it's even better because, of course, that's the time where movies are generally on the main stations anyways, and they've just been playing non-stop. Rogue One, the sequels, the prequels, the originals, everything, right? And as a Star Wars fan, I'm in there. Now, for this particular, and I have been making, Star Wars videos during Star Wars Day, or, of course, Revenge of the 5th. I've been making Star Wars videos on this channel and my previous channel for quite a few years now. And because I'm passionate about it. I love Star Wars. I grew up with Star Wars, right? But this year, unfortunately, for a couple of reasons, and it doesn't mean there won't be some Star Wars content coming to you guys soon, but that's what we're here to talk about today, is that I couldn't really decide, and now it's May the 4th, I couldn't really take the time to decide what type of content and Star Wars related video to give you guys, okay? So, those of you who don't know, I've been playing the catch-up month of April, right? I have a schedule and everything, okay? And I've been trying to catch up on all my current series that I've been really slacking on. And I did very, very well. We're almost caught up on everything, here at the end of April. But now it's into May. I spent most of my time trying to catch up with these series and finish other things that will be out later on, this year, that it sort of came upon me a little too soon. And I'm just not sure. So, as a result of this May the 4th, where I've just been, and once this weekend was very, very hectic. It wasn't supposed to be, but Friday and Saturday both became very, very full, shall we say. So, as a result, I've decided to leave it up to you guys. Alright? We have plenty of options. I just recently, because Andor Season 2, which is what everybody's talking about, Andor Season 2 dropped, right? It's month of May, yada, yada, yada. So, and I recently, because I just didn't have the time, I started trying to catch up so I could watch Season 2. So I just started watching Andor. But I'm not finished with Season 1, let alone ready to start Season 2. And I'm a little worried about spoilers in the comment section, too. So, as a result, and then there was the option of, well, I could do a video game series. I could play another game. I've played Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2, things like that. I could do a character lore dive. I could talk about movies. I could do tier lists. I could power scale. I could talk about opinions, movies, franchises, characters, whatever. But, once again, the day got away from me, the month got away from me, and now we're here. So as a result, I'm just going to ask you guys, what would you like me to make for later on this week, later on this month, whatever it takes. But I would still like to give you guys some Star Wars related content. The clock is running out. So as a result, I could have haphazardly put together a quick video or something like that, but I'm really passionate about Star Wars. I really love Star Wars. And I like to put a little bit more time, thought, and effort when I have the opportunity into a video related to Star Wars. So as a result, as I said, would you guys like me, and I still plan to do this one way or another, but would you guys prefer me to catch up to Andor Season 1 and make a video about it? Would you like me to review Andor Season 2, as I assume the episodes didn't all just drop at once? Or if they did, either way, would you like me to talk about Andor is the point? Would you like an Andor review and maybe an episode by episode of Season 2? Would you rather pick a game? I've still yet to play Jedi Fallen Order, is that the second one or the first one? I own it, but I have such a backlog for gaming. I could play that live on the channel. I could play Jedi Fallen Order for the first time. I could do that. We could do a stream of tier lists. Power scaling characters, Jedi, Sith. We could talk about ships, movies, whatever you want. Just let me know what you guys would prefer that I talk about for 2025 of Star Wars month, because Star Wars, in my opinion, cannot be limited to just one day. That's why we have Revenge of the 5th. But still, 48 hours seems too short a time. 48 hours is still not long enough, in my opinion, to celebrate Star Wars. It's better than Star Trek. So as a result, I just want to know, what would you guys prefer? What type of video content would you prefer from me? Would you like it in a pre-recorded video? Would you like it in a stream? And which topic do you want me to talk about? Or do you want to just, once again, do you want to just do a live stream where we talk Star Wars? It can be very casual if that's the case. I just want to know from you guys. Now, granted, I know that a lot of people subscribed to my channel aren't really that into Star Wars. So I don't expect this to get a huge influx of comments. But I would appreciate even the 4 or 5 of you who always try to make a point to, watch my content and stuff like that. Just a suggestion, either one way or another. And if I get no real feedback, that's fine too. Once again, not exactly a very popular channel. But if I don't, I will probably lean towards doing a review of Andor Season 1 and maybe then into Season 2 as well, maybe episode by episode, or just a general, once Season 2 is done and I'm caught up, I'll do Season 1 and Season 2 as 2 videos. If I don't get a huge influx of other, or if that's what you guys want, fantastic, but let me know that down in the comment section down below. That's what that text box is there for. So I would just really appreciate a little bit of input from you guys, There is about 1,300 subscribers on my channel. I don't know how many of you are Star Wars fans. Most of you are manga fans. So, as a result, I'm not too sure. And how many people of those 1,300 are still interested in me talking about Star Wars. So, as I said, I'm just going to leave it up to you guys, the comment section. Let me know what type of content you would like me to make here in the month of May. As I said, it can be a big project, it can be a long stream, it can be anything like that. Just give me suggestions and we'll just go with the one that's typed up the most. You know what I mean? I thought about either making a poll about this and stuff, but it sat with me really wrong, and it's getting kind of late here. It just sat with me wrong to not release a video. Yes, I could have done a poll, and maybe I'll still add one, tomorrow for Revenge of the 5th. Or is it Return of the 5th or Revenge of the 5th? I always, people say both. Anyways, I really just would like to just hear from you guys. And posting a video on May the 4th is something that I have done religiously on this channel, every time. So it just felt sort of odd not to do so. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. If you want me to, as I said, do a stream, do a pre-recorded, talk about Andor once I finish, which I'm planning to catch up this week, at the very least with Season 1, then hopefully start Season 2, things like that, and just one of those things. I'm just looking for a little bit of input from you guys because it was a very busy month, catching up from my slacking off for the majority of the beginning of this year. April was a very hectic, as you saw, almost 2, sometimes 3 videos released a day for the past 3 weeks, and I finally thought I had a bit of a breather, and then May all of a sudden was here, and it was wow, so where did all that time go? So as a result, as I said, just looking for some input from you guys. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about for 2025 Star Wars Day, and we will get on that the moment I will leave this video obviously up, and I'll probably sort of make a decision after, I don't know, 3 to 5 days, let people actually watch the video, wait for a few comments to roll in, that kind of idea. And as I said, at the very least, if nobody comes up with anything or what have you, then I'll come up with something. So either way, but as I said, your guys' opinion does matter, and I would like to see, obviously the view count to get boosted up as a result. So why not make content that you guys want to see and just blatantly ask you, hey, what would you like? So anyways, once again, I'm going to go off and after this watch actually another episode of Andor. So far, I'm not going to tell you how far I am, but I am really enjoying it. I do get why people really enjoy this. It's very well written. But so far, that's all I'm going to say right now. It is very good from as far as I've seen so far. But after this, where it is Star Wars Day, I will be watching some Star Wars. And then we'll get to some Star Wars content later on in the week or the following week, depending on what you guys suggest. So thanks guys for listening. I know I'm rambling, but it is what it is. I do that. So like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, then the big one is to comment and let me know what you'd like to see. And we'll see you guys back here next time. Hope you guys all enjoyed and did something Star Wars related today, or at least this weekend, you know, because it is, of course, Star Wars Day. So, that being said, thanks guys for watching. May the 4th be with you.